What's up, guys?
Hey, Matt, we're excited.
I'm really starting to get that crypto itch. Like, I haven't bought a single coin yet, and I think when I do pull some liquid, which I have done, is going to be, and yeah, I'm going to pump my biggest ticker, is MJWL's CGCX coin.
Oh, look it.
So when I do some research on it, Rue, I'll hit you up, trying to get your like knowledge and Christine. Like you guys have seen the IBH swap, which is the co-founder of Dr. Vin, who co-founds like 4 different companies, and they, and MJWL, CGCX does custodianship for their coins, right? Because we're one of the only fully insured crypto platforms. So we'll do this offline, but yeah, super intrigued with it all. So I
Yeah,
haven't, I haven't, I haven't done it yet, but
that sounds amazing, dude.
yeah.
I can't wait to hear about that. Yeah,
Well,
let
it's
me know,
crazy.
man.
Like you look at the news. Like last year alone, what was it like? Something like hundreds of millions was stolen by hackers.
Yep, and it's still going.
It's still,
That
it's still
just
happening,
happened.
right?
And
So
the fact that you said that happened, I think, 2 weeks ago.
really, another one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So you got to wonder, right? Like, most companies can't insure that much money. So the way my DD has been, and people that know me is like why I'm so bullish on MJWL and Dr. Vin, speaking, with him privately on the side as well, is how, do you as a company, are you able to insure that much money in crypto? Two reasons. One, you have some of the best people on your payroll, cyber hackers, counterintelligence, yada yada, cyber, whatever, security. Two, you have enough money if anything were to penetrate your system to pay them off. That's crazy. Um, so that's why I own 11 million MGWL.
Yeah, man, that's huge. Honestly, cyber hacks
Yeah,
are a big
it's
problem in crypto.
yeah, for sure. Anyways, been an exciting little couple weeks for me as well. I was quiet for a while, like I've told others. Um, Market was dull, right? No one knew what was going on, and you're seeing it now. And Monday was the biggest one. You saw dumps everywhere, right? Stop sign dumps. I'm pretty sure mostly all of America, and I'm not sure about Europe and the rest of the world, but most of you guys can't buy stop signs, right? It's only cells. So I've tried to educate all my followers, been in my DM, is know what you hold, and if they've dropped filings or like I do, even when they didn't drop filings, if you've contacted a company and they're going current, as long as the setup's good, low float, this and that, it's going to be like Christmas for me and other Canadians or whoever can buy, and the ones that didn't sell, right? Or the ones that didn't hold. Um, I've spoke with Joe Kaz on the side and other good traders, Kiko Stocks. Um, they know what's going on. And if you really put in the work and study the market and understand the rules, what's going to happen, but then also understand how people think. Understand, okay, sit back and say, what would you do? Are you going to sell? When people see their stock, so they decide, I'm going to hold this stop sign. They have filings, they have a great float, they have a great catalyst coming. I'm going to hold. The OTC is scary. They see 20% red, people selling, they go, shit, I got to sell before everyone else. I'm going to lose all my money. That's why I've been on a buying frenzy for the last 2 days, literally like buying everything, because that's the tough part about the OTC, which people don't understand is yes, you can come in here and make millions of dollars or tens of thousands, which will change whatever thing is, change your life. But if you don't put in the work, and it doesn't mean watching the stock market all day. 80% I saw of people on the OTC have jobs. There's maybe 20% tops that do this full time in the penny stock market. Um, when you get home, I've had that trouble with my girl and everyone. I study hours a night, hours. And my thing is, yeah, I'm sitting on my couch trading on a laptop, but if you think about a person starting in, and I have lawyer friends that make $500,000 a year and then bonuses. These guys are working 70 hours a week in the office, weekends, everything. When you think about what we can do in this market, when you think about the time you put in, so for me, 6:30 to 1, right? It's only 6.5 hours of dedicated job time. Don't think your clock's done. Don't think you checked out, you punched out. Put in another 3 hours. Study the market. Study your plays. Because if you don't, you will not succeed in this market. And I can't preach that enough, especially during now. So that's kind of like where my head's at with this is, I've had a lot of people thanking me, this and that for things. I have a super advantage in Canada, and I've had it before. But I saw this before you guys had no buy CEs and stuff. I was buying CEs 2 months after I started trading because I knew like, okay, well, yeah, it's a CE, but they have filings, they have this and that. Look for an edge. Always look for an opportunity. And whether it's your playing style, if you're conservative, I posted my pink sheet ones that are coming up. You see, pink sheets aren't actually getting the volume you thought they were. Everyone's like, oh, pinks are going to go off. They're actually not. People just don't know what the heck to do right now. You saw stop signs dump, but the money didn't go into pinks yet. Some of them. So you're going to see a change, and we all don't know. Just continue to learn and reach out to people and ask. But definitely do the DD. So thanks everyone for coming. Sorry for my rant. It's been a while, couple of weeks. It's fun. So let Doll and Christine do the intro while I take a 5-minute breather.
Love it.
That's your cue, Doll. I just want to hear your voice. Maybe sing a bit
Yeah.
again.
Oh my
And
god!
I know you're not feeling well, Christine. I'm happy that you kind of curbed that COVID. I hope you're doing better. Thanks, Rue, for showing up. Our boy Matt Mindick
Yes.
Yes,
is
sir.
representing the OTC club in Reno right now,
Yes,
so he
with
won't be
the
in.
Atlas guys.
Woo,
Yep.
shout
Yeah,
He's
out, Matt.
repping.
yeah.
Do you want to take some questions?
Yeah, so yeah, we can do a couple questions, and then and then and
Let
then
me.
I'll and
If
then I'll
I'll,
and then
I'll
I'll
do it. I'll do an intro.
okay.
Even though I'm sick.
Yeah,
Hey
there you go.
everybody. Hey everybody. Welcome to the OTC Club West Coast Wednesdays. If you don't go ahead and tweet out the room, there's a little feather on the right hand corner of the screen. Go ahead and click that feather and tweet out the room. If you have any questions, go ahead and request up. When you get up here, make sure your mic is muted until you are called on. If you're up here with somebody else while somebody else is talking, do not talk or you will be kicked out. And you guys know I will do that. So,
Straight savage.
so go ahead and get up here and ask your questions. Yay.
Yes. Doll, you do beautiful when you're sick.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
matter what, sick, not
Yeah.
sick. It's
She
just
has
Thank
no
you.
off
we just
days,
need to
man.
hear it, right?
No off
Yeah, guys,
days.
but just I'll go one more time. We got a couple speakers ready, guys. Ask your questions. Ask about the market. Ask about whatever. Just right now, just really look at this as a crazy opportunity. And honestly, guys, and I feel bad for people that can't buy stop signs and stuff right now. And maybe we should have talked about this the other week before you guys had a hold on buying. But whoever's holding stop signs and whoever's holding plays, I don't care if they're mine, anyone's, just do the DD and know what they're worth. It really sucks that some brokerages did this to a lot of people, but it's going to be very fruitful come September when everything blasts off. So just put the time in is all I can say.
Matt, did you see? I wanted to say something. Remember, okay, so how me and you met was through AAGC. Do you remember? Did you see what AAGC did today?
Yeah, I saw it popped off. Like I didn't even look at the DD. What did that Salon go national? Did that?
Yeah.
Remember the
No,
reverse?
the reverse split was canceled. Remember,
Yeah,
it was
but
a reverse split, then a huge dump off.
it
So
done big time. But the only reason why I didn't load it was because they announced their reverse merger was
it's a
Hollywood
hair salon.
Haircuts. Yeah, like, and that's why I tell people is like be ready for the catalyst, be ready for the merger. But that was like the kind of skeptical part with AAGC. And I'll say this to people is, I'll compare it from this one to what I'm doing with CCAJ. So I'm big on conviction, right? I'm big on knowing what the market's going to do when it happens. Dahl knows that I called the exact percentage of what AAGC would do when the C removed. What was that percentage? What, 200, 300%?
200%. It was
Yeah.
crazy. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah. And I had 38 million shares. So I made in that day alone, I think I was like a half a mil day or whatever. I sold half of it day one, sold the next 25%. So I was down to 25% after day two. Then we waited, right? We waited, nothing. We didn't know. Then when they went to yield, that's a red flag. If you can't even put it a filing on time, I sold the rest. So I was out with 400,000 profit on a CE play that never even announced what they were doing. And there was other people that I know, Stephen Trin, and God bless him, man, great guy. He was on the filings. He owned a lot. You have to know that. Take your profits, right? And I've been guilty of not, but then the reverse split happened, and it's unfortunate. So I tell my followers, if I call a play, 8 out of 10 will work out. They'll do big things. I call plays that want to go 500% to 1,000 or whatever. I want to call long plays. Yeah, we've had some other ones that didn't work out, but take your profits at 100%, at 200%, and then ride your tail. How big your tail is, keep that tail. Because I've had others that are like, oh my gosh, love your call in MJWL, but I sold everything at 4 cents. I'm like, why don't you keep a tail? So it's in this market, guys. You just got to know what your risk tolerance is and what your goals are. Don't reach for $1 million a day. If you work full time and you in 100,000 will change your life or your family's life or your kid's life, go for that goal. So when you see a play that goes XYZ, sell at that and then keep a tail. Not only will it make you money in the long run, that peace of mind of you at work not checking your phone like, oh my gosh, I have all that money in there still, but it's going down. If you sold all your profit and you're still sitting with just free shares, I don't do free shares, but I have a different risk tolerance than 99% of the world. But ride those free shares and that stress is gone. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. But if it works out, MJWL, whatever else, GGII, if they didn't, steal all our money at 75 billion shares, right? Who knows? But there's more going to be like that. So know your tolerance. And at the end of the day, know what makes you sleep at night. If you're up all night worrying about the next day, then that's not good. You've leveraged yourself too much. You've put too much money. You're trying to chase a lottery ticket. Your life and your outside of market life is more important than this market. I have close friends that they're trying to put money in. What happened? H pill. A friend. Oh my God, this is huge. It's going to be big. I talked to the CEO. Yeah, but they have XYZ 13 billion shares or whatever the hell it is. You have to really understand the market because sometimes the fundamentals don't matter. And my biggest horse, MJWL, is a perfect example. I don't need to pump it. I bought 4 million shares on this dip. I'm at my highest share count I've ever been at. Because the market won't see it if there's no hype. The market loves hype. They love a merger potential. I won't speak about that elephant in the room, but that one went down a couple percent the last couple of days. Finished green today, but good for that. I hope something big happens with that play. But you've never seen me once bash that play. But I get everyone in my ear. Oh, this, that. You have to look at holding along if that's your goal. My followers have asked me, should I buy MJWL at 10 cents? What's your account? 20 grand, 50 grand. Then don't buy it. Your ROI is not worth it. I have heavy 7 figures, but I still don't enter plays that are above almost 0.05. I won't do it. In the OTC, it doesn't make sense. Unless you're a chart trader and you can buy a 1 cent play, swing it for a couple of days, it goes to 1015 or whatever, that's you. Do you. But I will never bash a chart trader, a guy that, is happy as shit to make $500,000 a year. But the way I work is I put hours in, and I will load a play, I will alert it, and then I will still buy it for at least another half a penny. Like look at me, CCAJ. So AAGC, they went silent. I sold all that. CCAJ, I had 48 million. That's how I made my $1 million day the other day almost. I've sold 20 million in the first 2 days. I've rebought when it came down to a penny, another 4 mil. But actually, the day of, it dipped to a penny, and me and BMO, I slapped 2 million shares at a penny, and it went to 0.15. Then I sold those shares. Okay, so people say, "Oh, you don't read charts." I don't, but I read the market. So I'm back up to over 30-something million CCAJ, and you know why I'm in it? Why it's different than AAGC? Because we couldn't contact AAGC. When you can't contact the company, it's kind of scary. Barry Ginsberg, the consultant, we have contacted. He knew, he said, the CE, it's not if, it's when it comes off. When I got that confirmation of like, not when, if, it's just, no, it's public information. It's like, it's going to come off. I expect them all to. I loaded more. If you guys look at his background, he took QT or QV or whatever, bio to 66 million market cap, right? If you look at what they're doing right now, SunMed is a private company. Our other treasurer, Kaplan, has a vast background. Guys, I can't preach it enough. Google the people involved. Management is the biggest key to the success in the OTC. If you don't know what the CEO is, or you don't know what they've done, or if they've fucked up in the past, or if they've had 20 OTC tickers in the last year and none of them broke a penny, why the fuck would you bet on them? Okay? So that's what you need to really see. And that's why, I will take all the brunts and bashing, oh, you can't read a chart. I look at a chart and I can't see shit. But I made teams. I have very good teams that show me the chart, tell me resistance, tell me what's up. L2s, L2s are fucking crucial. Sorry for my language. Crucial L2s to read volume, market. And what people don't know, and why people, respect and follow me, you call me a dumper? No, I literally hold all my plays up. I will buy them all the way up because I know what they're worth. I won't let MMs fuck with me. MMs watch me and I put a 500K bid. It's not them selling to me. They know WCC's there. It's the retail. Then if the retail sells to me, I'll just slap it higher. And that's not cockiness. That's just knowing the market and knowing how to move it. So, that's what I love about this, guys. Like this job, this career can be absolutely life-changing for you guys. And I really, really want you all to decide, what is it you want from this market? What is it that it's going to change your life? Okay. And when you do that, don't put money in that makes you stressful at night. Don't put money in that makes you have, issues with family or whatever. Just take your time, be patient, because it will come. And if you follow good traders, it will come. They are good. Don't listen to the noise. That was, like I've said it before, that was the biggest thing I had to deal with, was blocking out this shit. Because, when people go at you, you question. You're like, why the hell are they doing that? Because you're a great person. Once you get over that, once you stop worrying about that, and that's for like bigger followings, but it's you really just have to know people, trust people, and just stay your course. And really, guys, I want to help people. I had another guy crying to me yesterday on the phone, like helping him. I don't need a pat on the back, but that's what fuels me. Is helping families, is doing this, and that's why I tell my followers, I don't know if that play is going to go 1,000, 5,000%. And that's my goal. But I do know every call I make will go at least 1, 2, 300%. So if you bought in 2K, sell half at 100, sell the other half at 200%, and then ride the rest. Just keep leveling up, guys. Like I said, I started with 30K in September, took a 10 grand loss on ARCS with that OC Millionaire scam. Then I did DD. When I bought into ENZC and TSMP, I called news networks. I Googled everything about ENZC, their studies, their everything. You know what else happened? I took 20K of those into 4 million. I didn't sell at the peak in February. I wrote it all the way down to 1.5. So yeah, my word today and my advice is have a short-term memory, guys. Forget about your mistakes, but learn from them. The hardest thing to do in this market is to sell. Everyone knows it. It's the hardest thing to do. Either you sell too late or you sell too early. You will never be perfect with it. Okay. No chart will tell you exactly when to sell. It does give you, resistance, this, that to sell. But if you're playing for the big home run ball, you need to sell when you want, or sell when it makes your life good. If you're up 10K, so it's tough to deal with the ups and downs, the red, the green, the 100K up, the 100K down. But as long as you have your goals in line, very respectful. And I don't shout too many people on, but I'm going to give this shout out. My very first follow on Twitter, and it's the first time I've seen it on Spaces on anyone's, is Alex Delarge. So cheers, Alex. He was my very first follow. And, people will say that the pump dumps. No, I don't believe that for a second. This man is giving to charity, something I want to do, right? Start my foundation. And I will say that I respect that guy, and we've chatted recently. At the end of the day, guys, like these kind of people, look up to them. Look up to all the vets. Reach out to people. If you're not connecting with people around you and in Twitter, it's very hard to succeed. Unless you just want to sit at your computer, play the charts, and do your thing, make money for your family, that's okay. But I get mad at people that come at me like, oh, you don't know how to trade. You're just pumping this, pumping that. Okay. Is that because I made, $1 million in one day and you didn't? I don't care about that. But I care about just being a kind person. And I believe karma and all that will really set in for people. And I was trying to think back, Christine and Dahl, how like I was invited to the OTC club and how we connected. Since I had my motorcycle accident, right, at 2013, I lost a lot of memory. It was like an accident that changed my life. I was one vertebrae away from paralyzed, in the hospital, took all my sports careers away, got me like, it was a rough thing in my life. But to like be in Twitter for that short of a period and like be a part of this OTC club, I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, how the heck was I picked? How did I connect, right? And it's super cool because these people now are my family. Like it just means that if you're a kind person and good, the world and around you will come to you. The good people will come to you. And I can't say how much I love these girls, Rue and Matt. So
No, you came in here one day when I think
We love you.
it was just me and Christine at that time. And you and Rue, I think. It was just me, Christine, and Rue. And you came in the room and of course you loved me so much so you wanted to come say hi, and then that was it.
yeah,
And
my
that was it.
girlfriend loves you more though.
I know, I love her.
Yeah.
I love her, love
So
her.
when these bloody borders open up, we'll host you. So, all right, let's take some questions, guys. Thank you everyone for checking in. Like I said, I answer all my DMs. Hit me up. And let me tell you guys, if you put in the work, do it. And if you don't want to put in the work, just ask me. I tell guys like, just ask me. Don't send me plays though. By the way, like I like getting me sent plays, but if you're gonna send me a play that's in my range. Sub penny, lower float, and then I've had people go, oh my gosh, Matt, I didn't call your play. I went out and did this one, and I just lost 50%. I'm not cocky, but why are you not buying just my plays? Why don't you just buy my plays? Because do your own thing, but everyone wants to. There's guys working and they're like, I want to do it on my own. I want to study. Do the studying, but don't stress about finding a new play. I tell my followers I used to, when the market was slow, go on OTC markets. I'd scan everything, float, this, that, filings. Right now, guys, there's so much on you on Twitter. I follow good people. So I follow 89 people, I believe. I watch their alerts, right? Trips are done. There's not many trips to buy. Watch their alerts on volume. I won't say their names, but there's very good traders that alert volumes, okay? When they alert it, don't just hold it and think it's going to $1. Buy it, do your DD, and figure out what it's worth, what it's going to do. That's what I do. And when I buy low dubs, I do the DD, and if it's real, I'll load it, and then I'll alert it. And people will say, "Oh, you front load." I sure do. When I look at a play for 3 hours, 5 hours, 2 days, 3 days, and then I buy it, yeah, I alert it at sub penny, sub 0.005. But then I also show my buys. I don't have to do that, but it shows my conviction on a play. Does it work out every time? No. 8 times out of 10, probably, for at least 2, 3, 400%. So it's a game, and yes, every buyer, there's a loser at some point if it does go down. But you just gotta stay focused. It's so much fun. Enjoy it. So let's get some people up.
Okay, we have Mo. What's up, Mo Trades? Unmute your mic.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
We
Very
are
well, thank
Good, man. How you doing?
How are you doing, man?
Doing well, man. I appreciate you guys coming out here and taking some questions and letting us ask. I've been a trader for a little bit over 2 years, more precisely big boards. I've just started dipping my feet into the OTC after that big February run we had. And my question is on custodianship plays, which had the initial run up already and are now sitting on the absolute bottomed, who have yet to announce any merger news. What do you guys think about those plays, the risk to reward? I don't want to name the ticker just to be labeled as like a pumper or anything of that nature, but what's your opinion on those tickers who are pink current, sitting at the bottom and are awaiting merger news?
So, my man, are you talking a custodianship, or are you talking a reverse merger? So it is a custodianship.
Yeah,
okay.
Custodianships. Yeah.
Right. So what I've said before, guys, and I loved custodianships, but I bought them. My rule was I won't buy a custo above 0.005. Won't do it. But I ran a lot of them, and we watched them go up. And then you sell and you scale out on hype before the news, because I've said this before, guys. Name one custodianship that hasn't had a merger. You can't. There's other ones that have tried or even close to having it, and I love it. I was going to buy AVVH on the bottom. That went to 8 cents and back down. Like, you have to really understand that it's not that easy to have a TSMP type merger. It went off. That company still has no revenues, right? That was the first of its age. People now realize that these custos, no matter how big the merger, you have to understand that, like AAGC just had, that merger could be a fucking hair salon. And I joke to people around, I go, yeah, but that merger could be Bob's fucking grocery store. We don't know. It's the OTC, guys. It's a jungle. So taking profits and knowing your entry is so key, right? Don't buy into the hype at 1.5 cents on a custo, because you don't know what's going to happen. The fact that there was a custodianship at 5 cents recently that's now dipped because of a cult following. Where at 130 million market cap, not even knowing what the heck the merger was? Y'all serious? It's like, and I will never bash, but put your cards together. Think about it, right? There's there's people that will hold these up or buy them. I pump my plays with conviction and DD. You've never seen me hard pump a custo. I will say, hey, good setup, OCLG. You know what I did with OCLG? Dead honest. I had it sub penny, sub 005. They did all that. They kind of ran up, great setup. I've shaved 80% of it because we don't know when it's going to happen. And then it came back down from 0.18 or almost 2 cents back down to like a penny or below a penny. Take your profits. Know the market, guys. And then, so pink current ones, like I have a new one, A8 or EHVVF. I went deep in this because what I do is I pick sectors. I want to invest in blockchain, my biggest number one. So I'm like, that's why all my money is in MJWL, blockchain. What else I want is mind medicine, psychedelics, mushrooms, right? I remember seeing mine and those other ones. MD something else. It made it to $3. It's now up list, but I didn't get in that in time. EHVVF is another one I'm buying into. Do the DD. I just kind of tweeted it before. I don't need to pump it. I'm just keep loading it. It's 3 cents, but they have so many apps. Startup company, going to uplist to OTCQB. Pick your sectors. Know what the future is going to bring, guys. Oil and gas is always going to be there, but it can be a lottery ticket, right? EENF. I bought that thing for that lottery ticket. I bought $50,000 the day before the news was coming. News came out.
You both, friend.
Yeah, the news came out.
Got
Missed the oil. I woke up in the morning down 45,000, down 90%. So it's like, don't.
You woke up with a sleeping bag.
Yeah, well, not really. I just shook it off. People are like, maybe you should hold it. I'm like, nah. I sold it at a 95% loss. I said, fuck it. You know why? I'll take that $5,000 that I had left over at a 50, and I put it into more stocks at 001, 2. I doubled, I tripled, I did it all. And that's what I did with, so many stocks that went up, down. Iron and D I bagged myself, sold it. RGBP, bagged myself, sold it. I was living for the dream, guys. And when you learn in the OTC from your mistakes, that's the best way to learn. But you definitely have to limit your mistakes. I lost hundreds of thousands on all those plays, right? But when I flipped them out and then I went somewhere else, I made more back because I put in the time. I didn't sit at home and cry and get pissed off. I just sold, took the loss on the chin, and then stayed up for 7 hours all night and said, I'm going to find the next one. Then I bought the next one. And then I made most of that money back within a week or 2 weeks. So short-term memory, guys, is very key in the OTC. All right, next question.
Oh, I'm sorry. So basically, Mo, what he was saying is it's risky.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you had to say, man. You guys bring in a lot of light into newbies who are just getting into the OTC.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Mo. I appreciate that. I went on a rant, but definitely,
you guys hear me?
It's all about entry, Mo, and then buy low and then run them up, but shave on the spikes and buy in on the valleys. But then after that, hold a little bit for these custos. Nothing's come through. Cheers, my man. All right, next one up, Mohammed.
Thank you, man.
Yes, hi, Matt. Hope you're good. I have a couple of quick questions. The first one is, out of all your calls, VIZC and BIEI are sitting at low dubs like 30s. So are these still two strong conviction stocks for you? And do you have the contact with their management? So what's your recommendation on these two?
Yeah, for sure, Mohammed. Appreciate the support. Love the inbox chats we have. BIEI is a new one for me. I saw, like I said, guys, follow good people. I saw Joe Kaz's alert on reinstatement. So when that got reinstated, it popped like 100%, whatever it is. Don't buy that day. Not a friggin' chance. I waited for it to come back down, and I started loading it at 002 or whatever. We contacted Maddox, We looked at his background. They are going to drop filings soon, okay? So what I've been doing lately is I've been kind of hiding in shadows. I've been sharing it with people. This Twitter world, man, it's something else. And you can know by example, it's BIEI. I didn't tweet it. I just bought it, loaded it, did whatever, told my close people. But I get a lot of DMs. Hey, do you want to share your play with me? I've had 9 out of 10 of those people that come from 5K accounts, very minimal, be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me. And you know who one of them is like, and I won't name them out, is PB Investing. I gave him a few of my plays really early before I alerted. And that kid's dedicated. He's working. And the gratitude that he sent me, oh my gosh, thank you so much for giving me it early. But you know, the other side of it is, I gave people BIEI. All of a sudden, Two Drip, or whatever his name is, whatever, that try to come at me saying, oh, you're shit, you're a clown. Then he exposes, and people are like, oh, watch out for the BIEI pump. Watch out for it. You know what happened that day? 67%. You know what happened the next day? It dipped. What do you think? A stock's going to go straight up? But you know what I did the last 2 days? I bought over 10 million shares of BIEI. I hold almost 40 million now. So I'm very convicted on it. It's a 1 billion AS, 909 million OS, maxed out, and we have confirmation that filings are coming. What do you think is going to happen when the filings come? You're going to get a pop because some people can't buy stop signs. What do you think is going to happen when that pink current comes? It's going to fly. So yes, I'm very convicted, and they don't know the merger yet, but it's coming. VizC, same thing. I was big on that, 30-something mil. Loaded it, hit the top, shaved a bunch on the top. Then they announced no Tomorrow IO merger. That was like a home run ball. That was like your unicorn. People dumped it after that, right? Then you have to realize, okay, so they're not current yet. The deadline's coming up. People are going to sell it. So I held back. I chilled for a while. I just loaded, and I'll show it. I just loaded another 7 million of BizC in the last couple of days. When it goes current, we don't know what's going to happen. But if you look at the filings, it's AI, it's fintech, it's hemp. Who knows? Or it could be a merger with Imaginet. If you look at Richard Cruz in the filings, they gave him 200 million shares. That guy is in Imaginet who's connected to Tomorrow IO. If you do the DD and connect the dots, the OTC is primed for you. That's how you win big. I will never, ever bash someone that does charts, that wants to make 100K a year, 500K. I'm about to hit 8 figures in less than a year. And that's because I put in the work and I go big. And I try to help people. And I don't dump. GGII, I had 17 million shares. Was I super naive that they dropped 70 billion in the AS? Yeah, because that was a first for me. I'm like, oh, maybe there's a merger coming. Maybe they're going to acquire. No, I fucked up. Splendid dumped. I sold a lot at the top, but then when it came down, when I decided I was going to sell, it took me from 8.5 cents down to 2 cents to sell 17 million shares. I got ridiculed. I got yelled at. There's other people that held that bag. I was up 2.4 million and I took 100K loss. So I do treat others well. I won't ever fuck up the market. I won't ever bid dump. And that's why I can sleep at night. I don't care who yells at me, who says this, and that. You know that when you have followers, when you have people, and it goes to life as well, guys. Who cares about what other people say? You know, I'm dancing in the car. I look like an idiot. Someone's looking at me. Who cares? I don't know them. It's like when I used to do at a bar, 21 years old, we're in track dance, doing high kicks. I got punched out by people because these guys, Guidos on the wall, were like trying to pick up girls, and I'm out there doing stupid shit. You know, just don't worry about what other people think. The best thing about life is know who you are. Go to bed at night. If you can sleep at night with no guilt, you're doing something right. Love your mom, love your friends, and take care of people. Pay it forward. Next. Love you.
Thanks. One more. Sorry, Matt, last one. people like me, we are abroad, not in the U.S. There are limited resources to do your own DD, so you have to trust on others' DD sometimes who are contacting the companies. Karen Courier is one of the biggest names in we have been hearing that she is a smart one and she drops filings and blah blah blah. So I've been loading her plays, okay, and like 70-80% down right now. Yeah, I made profit in them, but in my holdings. So you said to me in the inbox that yes, they are not doing anything. They haven't announced a merger or whatever. But isn't this enough for the DD, the person name tag which is attached to the ticker?
Yeah. So Mohammed, like I said, the names are good, right? The Karen Courier is a consultant doing this, but you can't leave out the factor of that doesn't mean because she's in it, you buy at 1.5 cents or 2 cents or even 1 cent. You have to check the charts, and like that's what I've like started to like hone in on, and that's why I have a good team members that are with me that I ask about the chart, like how far can it go down, right, before news, because you don't the timelines on custos are unknown. So Karen Courier is a lot of these people are good, but it doesn't mean just buy in and they're going to bring a merger. I've said it 100 times, guys. No one has brought a merger in at any of these custos. SSSM, fucking Alpha, whoever, right? So it's all about entry, and then all about buying dips, and then finding that. So the people are good, but people on management that are proven are good. Not a custodianship custo person. We don't know still. So thanks, Mohammed.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Happy, come on up, man.
Hello. Awesome. Hi, I'm Murph. So on my scanners, I've seen going from 1 or 2 foreign stocks on them. Now my scanners are about a third foreign stocks. Do you think that this is only a pop for foreign stocks, or is it going to be a new staple because of the OTCs changing its rules?
Wait a second, hold on. So so I'm a scanner person. Foreign stocks have they pop occasionally. They actually pop often. It didn't just start, but yeah, currently right now there's like a trend, I guess, in the OTC that F stocks are running. People are picking up F stocks because they now see that they're actual companies that are doing things. So so I mean, yeah, I guess more F stocks are running, but F stocks always ran because people buy them. They can buy them in other places besides here.
I got
So
you.
that's why they pop scanners. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been seeing a lot more volume coming in on what I've been using, and I wasn't sure it's because like we can no longer buy the stop signs on E-Trade or what. I've just been seeing a lot more of them.
Yeah, so I think why it's coming in is, and I think by foreign you mean like Australia and stuff. They're mostly oil and gas, right, or gold. So
Yeah.
they're kind of mining plays, right? So it's it's still the same fundamentals, right? It's the same fundamentals. You figure out, okay, what how much gold do they have? What's the potential they can reach it, right? Follow good traders, right? Like on XF, right? Like I'm in that. But I did add it low, and then I did shave high, because every play I do, right? That for me was a long, but not a heavy long, right? So you have to remember in the OTC, you can see volume. So for BRYYF, I believe it is, I missed the low 001 entry, and that thing's went what, 100 and something percent. It's over 002 now. Great setup, but the volume's crazy, right? Like for it to make the next step, needs something big, right? And it might little creep climb. It's not going to drop because there's a lot of potential catalysts. I love the play. I really respect the people on it, right? Some of the a good guy that it's really big in the mining sector, Alex Sunderland, great guy. For me, I missed my entry, and then I just stayed away. So for me, these kind of plays, it's the same fundamentals. Figure out what you could buy, what your entry is, but you're seeing them a bit more. But you also have to remember is, there's two trading platforms for it, right? So you're missing out on some. So yeah, DM me and maybe fill me in a bit more. I'm not super in tune with
What
everything
scanner do
about those.
you use? What scanner do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
Me?
No, I was talking to him. He said
Oh,
he
sorry. Okay.
I
was
mean,
talking
I
about
just go on hot penny stocks and I judge it by volume, percentage gain, and all that jazz.
Oh, okay.
It
All right.
tells me everything I need to know.
Because doll, I don't use a scanner. I'm my
Yeah,
own scanner.
that's me all day.
I don't
So,
use L2. I don't use chart. I don't pay for
and I
anything. I
use
just watch the market like a
everything
hawk.
Matt doesn't use.
No, I mean, you can judge it by
So,
volume. I don't really think you need a scanner. You can do most of the things you need to do for free.
I just watch, man. If you just watch people, you go watch the volume, you watch the bid ask, you watch the spread. But also, I can't say that that's all I do. I now with what I'm doing, I have people show me L2, show me charts. But at the end of the day, guys, it's just know what you want to do. Know the market. The biggest thing about the market, and I can't preach this enough, is just knowing what the market will do, knowing what Twitter sentiment is. It's not all pump, all dump, but it's know the market cap, know the value, pick a horse, pick a golden horse, a unicorn, load that, ride it, and then shave and swing the rest. Sell on greens, buy on reds all day, every day. And then you rinse and repeat. That's the way it goes. And that's how, like, it's been crazy. Like, I've had $1 million days or whatever, but I've had 8 days in a row the other month that I made 200K a day for 8 days. 8 days. You know how you do that? Some of those were red, some of them were green. I kept rinsing and repeating. I was shaved by the green, by the red. What I posted today was, when you're convicted on a play and you know that it's worth more than what it's trading at, when it's down 40%, I'm running around screaming, happy, because I get to slap it all up. I get to buy everything. When it's up 80% green, I'm not even excited. I'm like, shit, I got to shave some now. I love when my shit goes red because I get to buy it. It means unexperienced traders are selling it. And that's not the case for everything, but you just got to know the market, guys, and I can't preach that enough. So thank you for your talk, man. Next.
Thanks, man.
Greg, did you speak yet? Did you ask a question, bro? Or happy?
Sure, I got a question. What's going on, guys?
Good, man. You?
Good. Calling in. I had my second child born 2 days ago, so I'm calling in from the hospital. Got a quick question about.
Congratulations. Sorry, I was just like spinning up. Very congratulations, my man.
Thanks,
man.
You.
Boy or a girl?
A boy, my second boy.
Nice.
Yep. So
what
I got a
sports
question.
Are you going to get into play?
What'd you say?
What sports are you getting into play?
Oh, he's going to be a mixed martial artist if his mom allows him to.
Oh,
so. Yeah,
nice.
I've done 10 years of that. So
amazing. Good for you.
Yeah, so I got into a stock recently. It's in the water sector. A bunch of catalysts. They got into Camping World all over the place. They're certified with FEMA to be able to do emergency relief with water. They are currently trying to get upgraded to the OTC QB. So this is probably a little bit of a beginner question. I usually do momentum trading, but I've started dabbling in the OTC market real quick. So they made an announcement saying they're trying to get into the OTC QB and they meet all the requirements. But my first question is, what are the chances of them getting denied? Is it like really political? And then two, how much money or value can actually be pumped into a stock when they get upgraded to the OTC QB?
Yeah, man. Great question. And it's funny you said that. Someone sent me an amazing setup play, great share structure in the water business. Okay. Like providing water, clean supply for third world countries, this, and that, purification, you name it. I'll start with saying, I don't know, so OTCQB has price point limits, PPS, and qualifications that you have to hold it at, plus some others. It does definitely open up more brokers because it's a safer platform. What I will say about a water company is what I told my person that sent me this today is, unfortunately, guys, think about the sector, think about the world. The biggest market in OTC is North America. Do you think anybody gives a shit about fresh water, buying a company that's going to give fresh water? And it's sad to say, sad to hear, WTII, when people like it's not there yet. We're not at a point in society, in the world, where clean water is going to rise like crazy. If you want to buy it and hold it for many, many years, yes. But North America is the biggest market, and any North American can go to their tap and turn on clean water. So yeah, that's what people don't think about, is you actually have to think about what are North Americans, the biggest money in this OTC, NAS, everything. What are they buying? They're buying blockchain. They bought the weed rush. They're going to buy the psychedelic rush. They're going to buy this, that. What they're not going to buy, unfortunately, which it should be, because we need to provide clean water. One of my dreams and goals is to go to a third world country and fully live there for months and bring ecosystems to that village or that city or that country. To be honest, I want to bring all that stuff, but in the OTC, nah, it's not going to go. Because the people buying that stock have fresh water. So I hope that answers your question. But definitely OTC QB gives you recognition. It definitely gives you more brokers. What people don't understand is that's why for my golden horse, MJWL, when they get institutional investors to start buying, when they uplist to OTC QB, it goes off. It's game over. When they go to NASDAQ, it's game over. And I will say this now, and you guys know I don't pump my own stocks that much on here, but watch MJWL when it hits NASDAQ, their market cap with their projections. I know people like Mara, Raya. I bet you MJWL has a bigger market cap than both Mara and Riot. Mark this right now. It's gonna be recorded. In 2 years, it will have a bigger market cap. They're both at 6 billion or 6 billion and 3 billion or whatever. I follow every competitor of my plays. All they have is crypto mining, which is amazing, Bitcoin. If you guys do the DD on certain plays and have the conviction that I have, is how you will really crush this shit. So in 2 years, watch what happens. I could see it in 3, 4, not to beat them, but no reverse split, things like that. So buying the sectors. So definitely thank you, Greg, for your question. But yeah, I love water. I believe in it. I actually played WTII. I played other ones probably 6 months ago. I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. They're gonna have systems to clean water, because I bet on things that will help the world. Like, how good of a feeling is it to invest in a company that's actually making better of the world, right? So I believe that it will have its day. I don't know what tip you're talking about, but I don't think right now it will fly because of those reasons. Cheers, my man.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Serge.
Hey, you guys hear me?
Sorry, Happy. Sorry, Happy. Did you ask your question yet? I don't mean to skip over you. Happy? All right. Go ahead, Serge.
Hey, it's my first time on Twitter Spaces. I really appreciate it. I've been following you guys for a while on Twitter Spaces, and I've been really inspired and motivated to further my trading career. But one of the questions I wanted to ask was, you're talking about sectors and market sectors. How do you feel about like drone in that sector in regards to drone and DRE?
Sorry, I was just peeing. DRNG, I believe that drones are actually very big in the future. I did play DRNG for a little bit. And I guess full transparency is I exited all Frank's Place. And the only reason I did was because George Sharp cost me millions of dollars. And whether he's a narrow-minded, whatever you want to, I believe that, hey, he did him. Good for you. But his influence is bigger than most people think. And unfortunately that I don't want to be involved with that kind of stuff anymore. So, that guy trashed me, calls me this, that. I don't care. Good for him. But I know what he's capable of. So I exited all plays that they were involved in at the time. So
It's crazy how one person can influence it like that, and it should be illegal. What do you feel about Frank influencing the? Is that illegal, or can you do that?
the legalities of it, I'm not too sure, 100%. So, it's just for me, that's why I kind of took a week off for a bit, guys. I believe Twitter should be a positive place. It should be a fun place. It should be an educational place. And I will never speak down on people or a play. The legalities of it, I don't care. I don't. Did I think about like, oh, maybe I sue for defamation? What's that going to do? So I sleep at night happy. I sleep at night guilty free. And whether I lose 2 million because of someone or whether this and that, at the end of the day, you have to just look, hey, maybe they're hurting more than you are. Maybe they're weak. What I believe, and I'm not a God's guy. I don't go to church, but my life, man, things have happened for a reason. I believe God had a plan. I believe that I had a lot of shit happen, and I kept persevering. I kept pushing through. I took care of my mom. I took care of people. And at the end of the day, I made it, right? But I will never stoop to anyone else's level because of their shit. So, hopefully someone looks in the mirror, and unfortunately, I think there's not going to be many companies working with a person that says what they do on Twitter like he does. So that's all I have to say. And he's probably listening again because he's been on my spaces every time. He likes to be obsessed with me and follow me. and believe me, I am beast mode, and I was suspended from Twitter a couple times because as I will defend my name, but I thought I would. But at the end of the day, they'll break themselves. They'll tear themselves down, guys, and you're seeing it already. So just be better, be happier. Don't engage with people on Twitter. It'll all work itself out in the end. Thank you.
I appreciate your answering my question. Thank you.
Thanks, Serge. Okay, I think that's everyone, and I think we're just on an hour now, unless anyone else has anything else. I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for coming out, supporting me. Like I've said before, guys, I'm just getting started. I'm learning every day. Don't ever sit at home and think you know it all. I will never think I know it all. I'm ready to start options soon. I'm ready to, work on charting a bit. But I also don't think I need charting in OTC. But when I do big boards, that's when I need to learn charting. But for me, guys, and what makes me me and why I do these things is I also want to show people, be real, be yourself. Don't ever think you're alone. Like I go through so much shit in the last 15 years. Counseling, endless appointments, fired them because they couldn't get through to me, this and that. But just keep treating others with respect, love yourself, and be kind to the people around you. And don't hold grudges. Don't be mad. What is one day going to do for you when you're angry at someone? It's going to ruin your day, and it's not going to make their day. So what good is that? If you can't forgive and you can't talk to them as an adult, go talk to them, say your qualms, say what you want, and be an adult. But guys, it's a waste of energy. I posted the other day, best 5-letter word in this world is smile. Smile, right? Listen to podcasts, guys. Listen to good people. Man, it's inspiring, whether you take it home or not. I beat myself up crazy reading books. I can't read a book. Like, I can read, but I start reading a book and my ADHD, whatever else, I just get so bored. I just can't read it. And I used to beat myself up and be like, you read 20 books this last month? Fuck, why can't I read a book? You know what I did? I yelled at myself for months after that. I started getting audiobooks, podcasts. Whatever you're struggling with, guys, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. All right, so 2 more quick questions, and I'll hold it down, Ned and Gage, and then we're done. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm not doing this for stock picks. You can follow me, give stock picks, but I want to spread love. I want to spread being real, being the people that I'm around right now. Christine, Rue, Dahl, Matt Mindick, man, that guy is a saint. Like, I've connected with so many people. I've literally cried with strangers, dozens of them. And that's okay, right? And I will call this guy out one more time. I cried on Spaces the other month. You know who called it out? That guy. That guy that you know. Crocodile tears. If you can't be a good person, then you already lost life. You already lost. So, Lance, Gage, rock and roll.
What happened?
Hey guys,
Oh,
thanks for letting me talk here, Matt. I appreciate your positivity, man. I love being surrounded by that positive
Thanks, Gage, man. I appreciate
force.
your messages as well.
Yeah, I try to have fun on Twitter, just like you. I think it's a fun space. You got to laugh. My question is, it's not really, I guess it'll end in a question. I'm pretty new to this whole trading thing. I have a buddy who's been trading for nearly a decade. I trade on E-Trade, so I can't buy any of the stop signs anymore. Obviously, after that new rule took effect. My buddy got me into trading. He crushes it. He wheels and deals. He plays options. So he sells calls and puts all week long, and he kills it. And he's the one who showed me this investing game, and I tried to do, which I learned the hard way. I tried to wheel and deal at the beginning with him, and I lost just about every single time. And I realized that wasn't my style of trading, and I kind of took a liking to OTC. So I just gave myself to penny stocks and started studying it. And I eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff, man. I don't get away from it. And my mom always gives me crap for it. I live with my mom. Not a sob story, but I live with my mom because my dad died last year and I don't want to be her alone. But
sorry to hear that, man. I really appreciate that. Good for you for being that son, man.
Yeah, she's my best friend. My mom's my best friend. I love that woman to death, and I just didn't want her to be alone. So
yeah,
I'm here, and we're here a lot, and she always gives me crap because she's like, all you do is look at penny stocks. And I'm like, I'm obsessed with it. But anywho, I'll get to the point. I am what I think I'm struggling right now. And I can't for the life of me really figure out why, because I really do eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. I'm not kidding when I say I'm addicted to it. There's no greater thrill to me than looking at green on the screen or buying on red days. I know that when you buy on a red day, that's awesome. I get a thrill from it. I think it was PJ Matlock like a month ago, maybe a couple months ago, he said, some people panic sell, I panic buy. And I've been trying to become more of a panic buyer. But even with that, it seems like I'm still losing. Like right now, as we're talking, my portfolio overall is down 46%, and I have a $20,000 portfolio. So do the math. I'm not doing great right now. I just held through all of August, which was extremely bloody for me.
It was very, very red August with everyone just dumping every play for what seemed like no reason at all, besides the overall elephant in the room of the new rule, cleaning up the SEC penny stock. So my question is, with that small of an account, what should I be focusing on? Because right now I'm 46% down and I'm holding all my plays. I'm in Sybil, Elra,
Pumping.
IJAX.
You
I got
gotta pump and dump.
Yeah. I can't. I obviously don't
Lance,
have
we
the
don't use
power
those
to.
words around here, bro.
I was at the
But
PGIR conference last night, and somebody said pump and dump in the crowd, and everybody up on the panel was like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah.
No, Alex is the king.
Yeah.
We don't know what that is here.
Yeah. Gage, hit me up in my DM. Two things. I'll start with the lesser, serious one is hit my DM.
Okay.
Don't worry about the struggle. August holding. I literally knew that August, so this is my first August, right? I remember a post by someone saying, these are the months that are big, these are the months that are really bad. It was July is amazing going in, and then when August hits, it's the worst month of the OTC. And I knew that. I even wrote it down, and I didn't liquidate enough, right? It's not you. It's not your plays. I bled $2 million in August. And I don't mean to say numbers. I don't give a shit about numbers, guys. Like, I'm not here to fucking. But in perspective is I knew the writing on the wall, and I still didn't follow through with my gut or my notes. And that is why I tell people is, guys, the OTC, human nature is the hardest thing to overcome. You don't know when to sell. You don't know when to buy. Like, it's impulse. It's sell this. Like, unless you're like, that is why I'm hiring someone to literally sit with me and do meditation every fucking hour when I trade. Literally, true story. Because I need, like, even myself at this point where I'm at, I make impulse decisions. You need to be so clear-minded in life and everything. So don't be hard on yourself. The plays you're in, hit my DM. We'll talk about the plays. As long as you're in good plays, everything will come down eventually. It will go up, then it'll come down, then it'll go up. So let's talk about that more privately. And I think we've talked before, maybe. But yeah, man, August was rough, right?
Yeah.
So
big time.
And for me, I looked at it like it's patience. You just keep loading, and then that's why in September, I've had that 7 figures I lost to. I just made that back in 8 days, right? Like, because I knew my plays were good and I kept loading them. I'm big on loading. Go ahead, Ro.
No, I just want to add to that. Like, I literally just blew up my account in August. Yeah, I believe in August. Like, completely.
Yeah, man, it's true. It's like, but like, so that's why, like, the actual aspect of the market and how things work. Everyone's worried about their crash. We all don't know how to predict a crash, right? There was a crash on COVID. It was the biggest V crash ever. It went down in March, and I remember 3 years ago saying, or 2 years ago when I started whatever, was like, when that crash comes, man, I'm gonna have $250,000 ready, right? I'm gonna have money ready, and I didn't have money ready. But when that crash happened, I was trying to tell people I didn't have any money. Buy it, buy the crash in March, buy it all, and it went straight up. Like, those are the things you think about, right? It's like Warren Buffett says, when other people fear, you buy.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I'm not a big believer in holding liquid cash in the OTC. And crucify me for it. I'm so convicted on my plays that I want all my money in my plays. My margin, I have over $250,000 margin if I want. I was down minus $90,000 the other day because I bought all the red yesterday and I went so deep in the margin. Today, up $250,000, cleared my whole margin, and won. If the bank's going to give me money, I'll take it.
Yeah,
So
Gage, can I add to that? Or did we kick him off?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to add to that. To Matt's point, a good thing for you to do is also diversify. Like for me, when I blew up my account, I mean, I made it back in this month, but I also made most of my money back by trading other things like crypto. And it's really good to know when that market is down, how else can I make my money by utilizing something else. And it tends to be a trend where you'll see the stock market down and then crypto boost up out of nowhere. And you can continue to increase your revenue and not have to slow down. But I'll just recommend definitely diversifying your skill set in multiple markets.
Okay, I've never touched crypto, to be honest, man. That's an unknown world to me. So
I got you, man.
Thanks,
we
Gage.
have talks on Fridays too. But go ahead,
Yeah, check into
Cool.
Ruse Crypto on Friday. Last question, Caribi. I don't see the rest of your name, but last one, and then we'll go. Cheers. Thanks, Gage.
Thanks, Matt. You too. Bye.
I'm good, guys. I'm just listening to you guys.
Oh, okay. You requested, so all good. All right, guys, we're gonna check out then. I'll let the girls close it. We got Rue on Friday with crypto, and I'll let the girls roll call for Sunday. Thank you, everyone, for checking in. Love you all.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. See you guys Friday.